A little bit worried. I just had a conversation, like, you probably run your bank to zero, and if this doesn't work, I might have to go get a normal job. And if that doesn't make you a little bit scared, then like you probably shouldn't be an entrepreneur. All right, we're here in New York. It's like home away from home. Been a while since I've been back on the YouTube. Obviously been building the brand. A lot of you have been seeing that. 50 or so days into the launch of Cadence. It's going really well. Just want to say thanks to everyone who's been able to buy it in the UK. And we're launching in America very, very soon, along with some new innovation we'll get talking about. But yeah, we're here in New York. My wife is here. She's upstairs. There she is. Hey, darling.
We are in New York. I'm taking over today's vlog. Life is good. I haven't much. Our baby's asleep.
That's it.
That's it. I'm just baby.
A little bit tired. We just landed. About to go and hit a little run with Marcus. But yeah, this week really busy. We're obviously, excited to get built up for the launch of Cadence in the US. This week I'm sitting on a panel later on today with Goldman Sachs. So I think, a bunch of other great founders talking a little bit about building the brand, talking a little bit about daring, talking about the new venture Cadence. And then later on in the week, it's Tech Week. So I'm sitting again down with the founders of Bandit running and some VCs talking about the intersection of both training at a high level and also building a business at a high level, which is really what I'm trying to do. So yeah, it's a great week. We're here with the family. Anna came along with the baby. We're here in an apartment in New York, an amazing place, traveling with a baby, a wife, strollers, sanitizers, bottles. The whole thing is tough. It's our first time traveling actually with baby Bloom. So we're here in a beautiful apartment in Tribeca. Wouldn't be possible without all of our homes. Shout out to the team there for hooking us up. Honestly, an amazing space. If you're ever in New York or some of their homes in LA, recommend checking them out. Definitely easier if you're traveling with the family. A lot more space than a traditional hotel room. If you know New York, these hotel rooms can be really small. So again, thank you to all of our homes for having us in your beautiful home. We're getting ready, about to go hit a run, obviously sipping on a Cadence, and it's going to be an amazing week. And then next week, we're actually going to London, which is a whole other story, but we're popping up with Health and 247 Represent, having a little run, get together. So if you see this and you're in London on the 9th, come through and check it out. So let's have a good week. Legend here. Nice thing, maybe can mimic things. Yeah, right. Chipmons, Marcus, you're off the pack. So weight split, running split, marathon training. Like, what's your next run?
Next race is July 10th. I have a track 5K.
What are you aiming for the 5K?
I'd love to crack 16, so like 15:59.
Same bro. Same That's fire.
We'll see. I mean, fast.
Did you run in high school?
No. I didn't start really running till like 2.5, 3 years ago. And then just like went all in pretty much. For me, Mondays, coming off of a Sunday hard long run, So my coach just has it as 6 miles, any pace. For these kinds of runs, it's like just run based on how your body feels and get ready for a harder session tomorrow on the track. So pacing really doesn't matter. It's like make sure you're kind of actively recovering, and then just make sure you're ready to go.
Today you shared the miles?
Yeah. Ross in town. That was nice. My first time meeting him, so but we connected over social media. Obviously seen his stuff. Found him through George, and yeah, it was good to meet up and run. I love being able to run with people because usually it's either solo miles or I'm just running with my brother, which isn't a bad thing, but it's nice to add new people in the mix.
Yeah, it could be a lonely journey. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I'm off.
Bro, send me the location of the track tomorrow.
I will. I'll be out there probably like 6:30. Yeah.
Draft me.
All right.
I appreciate you, bro.
What are you running?
Yeah, what was it, 10K on the dot? It's supposed to be an easy run. It was 5 minutes per kilometer on average. Finished off at 4:50 per kilometer. Yeah, man. Meeting these guys, meeting Ross for the first time. 6 a.m., what was it, 6:30?
6 a.m. coffee, 6:30 run, Marcus and Ben.
That's it, man. It was,
That's it.
Yeah. Also, wherever this spot is.
Juice Press, shout out to Juice Press.
JP.
Nah, it's good. We connect different people. I think, like we said, you just connect with people on Instagram. Sometimes you feel like you know each other. Share a few miles, nothing better. And then kind of everyone's just building their own thing, staying fit. That intersection of just like, you know, you have your own brand, I have my own brand, Ben has his, Marcus has his, yet we're up in the morning at 6 a.m. hitting 6 miles. So, yeah, 7:30 off to do some work. Appreciate you, brother.
Take care, bro. Pleasure.
So we're headed to Goldman Sachs. You're going to speak a little bit about Cadence. How do you feel? What are some thoughts?
Yeah, excited. First time kind of talking about Cadence more publicly on a panel format. Obviously, we've done a bunch of panels and podcasts in the past, but this is the first time I'm kind of transitioning out of my previous role at Daring, obviously, very excited about that, into a new venture with Cadence. So, yeah, honored to be invited to this Young Titan Summit. A lot of great founders and entrepreneurs have been on before, and I'm blessed to be able to get on this time and talk a little bit about, you know, building a brand, building a business, raising capital, scaling, a lot of the questions that hopefully you know, the audience have, I can answer in good manner. But I'm excited. You know, this week we got another panel, so it's a bit of a week full of panels, and you know, an opportunity for me to talk more about the brand, our mission, our vision, and you know, kind of the things that, you know, we did in place to get it where it is today, just to get it to launch. And I got a lot of admiration for anyone that takes an idea and launches it in the world, and you know, it takes a little bit of learning to be able to do it, hopefully in a successful manner. So yeah, excited. We're a few minutes away. I got the coffee.
We were talking about driving. Like she's like all the boys wanted to go.
I am very privileged today to be joined by two very successful entrepreneurs. Please help me welcoming Ross and Melissa. So Ross recently have launched a new performance hydration brand called Cadence. Talk a little bit about why you did that, what you're thinking through that in terms of having a new brand.
Yeah, I kind of pull back to my first answer, which was like purpose and passion. Some people say don't launch a business just because you're passionate about it. I ultimately disagree personally. Both my businesses were born out of a problem that I noticed in the market. So as you travel through life, as you sit in class, as you sit here and you notice something, like I would always pressure test. Does that make sense? What's on the market? Where's the white space? Can I find a manufacturer? Okay, no, it doesn't work. Okay, I'm on the train. Why is that? Oh, you know, and I would like go through that situation. Like I'm that kind of person.
Right.
And naturally I'm in food and drink. Previously, you know, I would be on flights, I'd be traveling. We have a couple of offices, different New York, LA. Spent a lot of time both training, because that's my passion outside of building brands. And I would constantly notice that like as consumers, we're just generally bad at hydration. You know, to think that we need a bottle of water which says like, you're doing a great job, it's 12 o'clock, is like kind of embarrassing. But that was me. You I saw the market evolve within hydration performance through like sachet formats. 1,000 milligrams, you put it in the water, helps with, marathon training or headaches, or you're sitting in class, you're at your desk, whatever it may be. And I noticed that it didn't exist in a ready to drink format. So for example, like this can here today has a blend of electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, sodium, that sort of, I believe, is the ultimate blend to both perform at a high level, whether you're running marathons, whether you're sitting in school doing an exam, you're a new mom, whatever it may be, that's going to help in your journey through life. I think it was a problem that I felt was worth going after. I also sort of, personally, I go and look at the opportunity, I look at the market size, I underwrite the opportunity. Data's great if you can get your hands on it. But yeah, it really just born out of real need, real passion. And I think that's ultimately what makes a business successful in the beginning.
All right, we just wrapped up at Goldman Summit. Honestly, really good questions. Hopefully I answered it well. Good engagement. I think, pretty young crowd, featured entrepreneurs, kind of 18 to 25 individuals kind of interested in that idea, how to bring a product to market. And yeah, it was really good. Like I said, good questions, and I enjoyed it. So we're gonna head home, get a little bit of work done, plan this US launch, and then I can get another workout in. Again, like I said, this Thursday I have a panel again with the Bandit team and someone from Kevin Durant's venture company, 35 Ventures. So this is a good warm up, and yeah, excited for that as well.
Co-founder, CEO of Bandit Running. About to open our flagship Manhattan store here in the West Village on the corner of Christopher and Bleecker. Having a flagship in this very historic neighborhood on this very historic corner is really like truly a surreal dream come true moment, and being able to create a space, we call it the running room because it's meant to be a play on a living room where runners feel really comfortable starting their run and ending their run here and hanging out. It's meant to be a true community space. So we had our first store in Brooklyn, which was like a little test kitchen. We were learning about how to run retail, but the goal was to always open up something like this. And the team really just hustled as hard as humanly possible to get it done.
For me to I gave it a week and then I was like,
I've been these are like a little bit, I told Ross, they're a little bit addicting.
Yeah. I probably have one like every morning.
Yeah, I usually have one as soon as I get to the office, and then I'll have one like after the lunch slump, because I feel like the hydration gets you a little bit reinvigorated.
Yeah.
And then I've been using it for my runs, and I can't go on a run without it now. This is not a commercial. I'm actually addicted to Cadence at this point. Thank you, Ross. So we're gonna go out, and it assesses straight out to the West Side Highway. We're gonna go up to Chelsea Piers and come back. Beautiful run along the Hudson. Sexy pace. Yeah. Chat it up. Very chatty pace. Very sexy.
Starting just like selling socks and like now developing full lines.
Yeah.
Like how has that process been?
It took a full year. So I did socks for a year, and then I just shut the company down as we completely reconfigured our mission, our vision, our brand, our values, and then worked alongside the community to develop our initial products. This was all driven by Ardith, our chief design officer. And it's really intensive. And the thing that translates from my original job as a product manager is the ability to iterate really fast. We actually don't have a single product, and we have our summer collection was 70 pieces. We don't have a single product that stayed with us from the beginning, except for the sock. Wow. Everything else has changed in major and minor ways, and it's all due to just listening to what people are saying and wear testing with the community across all levels of the sport. And I think we're on our way to making some of the best products in the sport.
That's amazing. Like, another question is like, obviously like building a team, building a brand, building community. Like, what do you think is like the biggest thing that attributes to like Bandit's success in these last 2 years?
I think just keeping it real. I think the business people call that authenticity. But really just like doing things for the right reason, saying no to the wrong things for the right reason, and just never really like straying away from that. Like the first year of Bandit with just socks, I just promised myself two things. I wasn't gonna take out a paid ad, and I was never gonna ask anyone to wear the product, like push it on people. So it just grew 100% organically and authentically. It's like I don't really like brands that push products on me, or like you could just feel like you just smell it from a mile away.
Yeah.
And my number one advice is in the beginning is like play the long game. Slow down, be authentic, keep it real, do the right thing, say no a lot, and everything else will fall into place if you have enough stamina for it.
It's a nice slow 5K. I'm sweating, going back to stay on a panel, dripping, but honestly, running around the city, done a lot of miles down this West Side Highway this week. Amazing place to run. Honestly, unbelievable. Good squad out. Great to hear the story of Nick and Tim, how they started the brand. Super inspiring. I think it's like common theme of like being willing to risk it all and go to zero. I think the pattern recognition of seeing that with successful founders is really shining through, you know, so super awesome story, amazing store, good little miles as well.
We just finished the 5K run with a group for New York Tech Week. We're about to head inside with a nice founders showcase discussion with Ross, who founded Cadence, with Rachel from Boardroom and 35 Ventures, Kevin Durant's fund. We're going to do a fun discussion around origin stories for founders and the athlete mindset, how to tap into that and seek help and just grow and be humans.
I wanted to kick off just with a thank you to Darius, a thank you to Bandit, a thank you to Cadence and everyone else for being here. So now each of you is tackling a problem or a pain point that's so very personal to your individual journeys, to something that's happened to you, to something that you've been passionate about your entire lives. But with that, as you guys have kind of alluded to, there are these moments where fear creeps up, where it's yet another challenge, the 60, 70, 80, 100-hour weeks are kind of getting to you. How do you channel that to stay true to that mission? And where does the athlete mindset play into that as you guys individually, as you're seeking whatever balance there might be as an entrepreneur to make sure that you remain healthy with your mental health and physical health to keep pushing forward?
This feeling of like inadequacy and pain or fear is what actually like creates a lot of great businesses. Personally speaking, like the shit kept me up at night, and I wanted to wake up in the morning and like let me up. You can take that like feeling of like, oh, like it could be better or it might not work. If you think everything's in cruise control, as someone who kind of got to cruise control in the last company, it becomes really fucking boring. As most people like step into like launching a company, if you're not kind of a little bit worried at night, personally, like probably like not pushing enough and not moving the ball forward enough, just in my own experience personally. So, you know, I take that pain and I think like I can do better. You know, I can be, you know, working harder on X. I could be mining for margin. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think there's a way to like take that feeling of like, you know, I'm a little bit scared about what I'm doing because it is scary, right? There's no data to show that this is going to work, right? You're early in your journey, a little bit worried. I just had a conversation like, you probably run your bank to zero. And if this doesn't work, I might have to go get a normal job. And if that doesn't make you a little bit scared, then like you probably shouldn't be an entrepreneur. I was very scared and I had a lot of worry for a long period of time. And I still worry, it's my second business. I still go to sleep thinking this couldn't work. So, but it drives me a lot. And I hope that you can take that and make it positive, not a negative feeling. You know, you train for a marathon, you're probably a little bit nervous and you're probably a little bit worried, you know, because you set high expectations for yourself and you want to do yourself proud or people around you proud, teammates or whatever. So I think it's okay to be a bit scared and a bit worried.
Yeah, we just finished up at the Bandit store, West Village. Again, good luck to the team there. Unbelievable store. Congrats again. Second location in 4 years. It's unbelievable. So congrats to Ardith, Tim, Nick. Looking forward to checking that out next week when we open. But yeah, awesome panel with RunTech. Got a bunch of questions. I think one of the common things I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it in the messages as well, is this like question of like, did you ever think it wasn't going to work, or did you think it was ever going to fail? I think, you know, one of the questions that came up in the panel today was this concept of fear, and I think what I'm noticing is like fear should drive you a little bit. I think if you're not worried, if you're not nervous, if you're not kind of, these ideas are not keeping you up at night and you're like, shit, this might not work, then you're probably not truly passionate about it. For a long time, even today, I still get worried that things are not going to work, right? And it might look to you that everything's smooth sailing and it's easy, you've done this before, but for a long time, especially with daring, I was always worried, are people going to like this? Am I going to be able to raise money? Will I be able to get a store? Will it even sell on shelf? And I think, you know, these are common traits. For me, I always believed in the businesses I've launched. I've always believed in them personally, but not everyone else has. So don't let that worry you, and don't let that sort of set you back from doing what you feel like is the right thing. So yeah, excited. Tonight we're off to Hoka with my wife and Alex. They're opening a flagship store. Cadence is the official drinks partner of the flagship store, and decided to check it out. So we're off now.
We could get out on the left here. I think that would be the best for everyone. Okay.
Leaving the Hoka store, got our goodies.
Got our goodies.
Thrown by the same PR agency that, yeah, exactly, that's launching Anna's brand and Cadence.
Yeah.
So I was here for the free sneakers only. But anyway, we're off to London tomorrow. Time for bed, 6 a.m. start. You gonna miss me, darling?
Yes. Are you gonna miss me?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's the first time after for like a long, long time that we're not gonna get together. Will you be okay?
No. I'll call you every day.
All right, heading to London. Just wrapped up an amazing week in New York. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I miss it. Energy was good, weather was amazing. Anna, Bloom, the whole family was there. So I lived there for 2 years and definitely gonna be spending more time there. But yeah, we're on the flight, we're heading to London. Excited for the run on Sunday with 247 Health, London Fashion Week, Cadence. And we'll see you soon.